My name's Jessica, and I've been gone for a whole month. Wowee. Surprising? No. But I'm back, and from your reading skills, you know that we're making cinnamon rolls, vegan cinnamon rolls, and I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna be putting raisins in them. Yes, I said raisins. They're gonna be super yummy. I've made this recipe before, so this one is foolproof. We will not have another scone situation on our hands. I'm pretty excited. So, let me show you the ingredients, alright? It's a basic recipe, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's not here is powdered sugar, which we would use for the glaze. Super easy. Sugar, white flour, salt, almond milk, butter, vegan butter, the raisins, and some Red Star yeast. All that good stuff is gonna be in my tummy. So yeah, let's get to. So the first ingredient that we're gonna work with is the soy milk, which is actually almond milk. And we're gonna have 2 cups of that. We have to warm it up beforehand in the microwave for like, a little bit. Unfortunately, I short-circuited my lights, so it's getting nice. I also killed my plant while you were gone, so no more plant. Huh? They say if it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast, so it's gotta be like warm. You know, it feels pretty warm to me. I'm gonna splash that in there. Oof, that was... Next up is the yeast. We're gonna do 2 packets of it. I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna mix the brands, even though I don't think that matters. 2 packets in here. I think that's a lot. Alright, now before we let it sit for 5 minutes, we add the granulated sugar. Half a cup, however you want to say it. It smells like corn. It smells really good. 5-minute timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While we're waiting that 5 minutes, we're gonna measure out a certain amount that I'll tell you in a second of butter and then melt it in the microwave. Half of a cup of vegan butter. I didn't dunk all the yeast in, but that's okay because it's getting foamy, and that's what we want. I have like 18 seconds left, basically a whole 5 minutes, and I'll show you the foaminess. Foam. Now it's time for the half cup of melted vegan butter. It also smells like corn. Half of a teaspoon of salt. And now for the flour, where we get messy. I'm gonna take this off. This recipe calls for 4.5 cups. I'm gonna use white flour. I debated on using almond flour, but I'm gonna use white flour. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Okay, it's pretty well mixed. Now we have to add, I think, a 1/3 cup more flour. It says to add a 1/3 at a time until the mixture is no longer like sticking to the sides, I think. Yeah, so the mixture is soft, lightly sticky, and pulls away from the sides. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Another 1/3. Now we have to lay this on a lightly floured, clean surface and knead it for about 5 minutes. Also, another thing, after you're done kneading, you're gonna want to leave it somewhere warm to rise. So I'm going to preheat oven to 170 degrees and just like pop it in there for about 20 minutes after that, but I'll repeat the amount of time. So yeah, I don't really know how people do this. well, you know, so it's even. So last time I made this recipe, I used the same bowl that I like mixed all the dough with, and everything like got stuck to the sides. So I'm gonna use a big clean bowl, and I'm gonna plop it in here, pat it, you know, give it some encouragement to grow big and strong. Then I'm gonna cover it with this little towel. So we want the place to be warm. We don't want it to be baking, so we're just gonna turn off the the oven. We're gonna open the oven. And place the baby in the oven and just kind of leave it cracked open for 20 minutes. She fat, she thick. Before, after, thick. She's warm too. I think it's gonna get stuck either way. It's sticking so much. If you would like to place the raisins you purchased earlier this week into your cinnamon rolls, I would suggest now being the perfect time to have done that. Alright. Sprinkle some on top, you know, you feel. Now we punch! So I don't have a rolling pin, but I have this here wine bottle. And this was what I used as a rolling pin last time, so that's what I'm gonna do this time. Woo! Make sure it's clean. Wash it. Wash your wine bottles before using as rolling pins. Lesson number 1. Now we roll into a rectangular sort of shape, they say. Now we got to get 6 tablespoons of this booter. I'm honestly not even gonna measure it. I'm just gonna slather it on there. 6 tablespoons is a lot, right? 6 tablespoons is a lot. So I'm just gonna swoop all over until I feel that it is enough. I didn't add the friggin' raisins like a dunce. It's okay. Sprinkle them on top, fine. It says to stay like an inch away from the sides. I've already broken that rule, so whatever. This is a lot of butter. I think it's enough butter. It says to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So I'm gonna do that. And then 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. I got so much. Oops. I'm gonna be using my classic 9-inch by 12 inches pan. I'm gonna butter it up real quick because, you know, the whole assembly part of these cinnamon rolls are gonna be messy because it already has become that, hasn't it? Okay, so we roll. I'm gonna get a knife. And then we roll. And then we roll. Carefully. You know. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're gonna do that. You see all that? Wow. Alright. Now we do chop chop. And we'll try to be a little bit thicker, right? Oh shoot. Right now we should be preheating the oven to 375. Sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon up on top of them. Alright. These babies will bake for 20 to 30 minutes, so I'm gonna set my timer for 25 minutes because that's what you do. So here they go. So while those are chilling, I'm gonna make a basic icing with powdered sugar. I'm just gonna do 2 scoops. I'm gonna add just a little bit of cinnamon. Then I'm just gonna pour my silk in here, kind of eyeballing it, and whisk. Oh shoot! And then whisk it up. It's a little watery. Not gonna lie, it's a little watery. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar. They're coming out. They're coming out, folks. Folks. Ooh, they look good. I maybe baked them a little bit too long. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Deliciousness. Ooh. Now I'm just gonna sploosh it on top. Oh, jeez. Oh, I put a lot in the beginning. Whatever, that's good. Now I'm gonna let it chill. It's still really hot, but I'm still gonna eat it. I don't have a spatula. Here she is. Ooh, ooh, So now we're gonna eat this, and I'm gonna tell you how I did this time. So, other than forgetting to put my raisins in it, which would have made this a 10 out of 10, and sprinkling that cinnamon on top of it, which was a mistake, just left, like, it made it dry on top. It's pretty good. The filling could have been better, but I'm pretty happy with it, folks. I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope you get to try this at home. I hope you're staying safe and, you know, doing things daily that make you feel good, because we all need it. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Mwah. Like, subscribe.